Hi, I'm Tonya Caruso. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. Should local fees be imposed on Marcellus Shale to help our communities? Well, joining us in our studios this half hour, State Representative Jesse White. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today.
Highlight of my day.
Oh, well, great. Okay, so when we look at this situation, you right now are proposing some new legislation, and let's talk about that.
Sure. The bill that I'm proposing is House Bill 1748, and what it does is it imposes a local impact fee on Marcellus Shale natural gas drilling. And I want to be very clear as to what this isn't. This is not a tax. A lot of people have said, there's a debate between a local impact fee and a broad-based tax. None of this money will go to the general fund in Harrisburg. It will stay local to help the communities that are actually impacted by natural gas drilling.
And let's talk about that. When we talk about how they are impacted, what exactly are we speaking about?
Well, I think there's some impacts that we know about already. Obviously, there's increased costs, emergency services, law enforcement. There's bigger ticket items like infrastructure, roads and waterways and things of that nature. And there's a lot of costs that we don't even know yet. For example, just to have public meetings that are necessary, to have hearings, you have to hire secretaries and people to record them. And there's a lot of fees and costs that add up very quickly that right now taxpayers are being forced to pay, and that's just not right.
And so what's sort of the reaction from the Marcellus Shale industry? Are they used to paying this in other states they've been in, so is this no big deal, or do you anticipate there could be some lobbying or pushback on that? Well,
actually, Pennsylvania is the only state that does large natural gas production that doesn't have a full severance tax. Now, Governor Corbett has said under no circumstances will he sign a severance tax bill, so we've looked at this impact fee as kind of the middle ground that we can reach to be able to realize some of the financial benefits while still knowing it's something the governor can sign.
All right, so specifically then, what does the bill lay out?
What it does is it's a base of $20,000 per well plus $2,000 per year, and then there's some equations in there that move that up or down. But the important thing is the breakdown. And what we've done is we've taken 60% of that money goes directly back into the local community. 37% of that is to the municipality that actually has the gas well in it. 36% goes to the school district that hosts that gas well. And then 27% goes to the non-host communities in that same county. So neighboring municipalities in the same county, because they share roads and infrastructure, would get some of that money. The 40%, the remaining 40% goes into more environmental programs. 80% of that goes to the Commonwealth Financing Authority, which is a statewide agency, but they do water, sewage, infrastructure projects throughout the state. 10% goes to the Motor License Fund, and 10% goes to the Hazardous Sites Cleanup Fund. So there's some environmental impact there also.
And so you actually have kind of brought together, you have a coalition of how many municipalities?
18 as of right now.
Okay.
And that's a Marcellus Municipal Co-op, which is the first organization of its kind in Pennsylvania. And what it does is it's all the municipalities working together to come up with good policies and to weigh in to kind of be a counterweight to the Marcellus Shale Coalition and some of the industry groups.
Yeah. What do you say to people who might say, it's business, it's coming in, do we really want to, in essence, charge them a fee and tax them? What do you say to that?
I would say the industry themselves have acknowledged that they should be paying some sort of an impact fee. Some of them have even said they should be paying a tax. So I think that everybody's on the same page that there's going to be something. We just need to define what it is, and we want to keep it local in our communities and not going back into Harrisburg.
Right. And so you have some hearings coming up.
We do. The Marcellus Municipal Co-op is hosting a public hearing on August 24th at Canon-McMillan High School in Canonsburg, and that's going to be, I think, around 6 or 6:30. But we're going to have industry leaders coming in. We're going to have some environmental groups coming in, some think tanks to testify as to what public hearings or what a local impact fee should look like and why. And so we can really help raise the awareness on this issue as we get ready to head back to Harrisburg this fall.
Is there a timeline how quickly you think this bill would be passed?
There's going to be an impact fee, we've been told, sometime this year. The legislature comes back. I think so within the next few months, something's going to happen. This is just one of many competing proposals, but I think it's one that really, as someone who represents a lot of the Marcellus region, this really does the job.
Yeah, well, it's such a big issue. Do come back. We'll continue this discussion. We'll talk about other things. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
I'm Tonya Caruso. Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We'll send you back now to HLN.